Hey everybody, welcome to the soundtrack of my life. I'm Danny. Today we're going to be doing the first of our mixtapes. And this is gonna be something I do periodically along with the review of the albums that have made an impact on my life. If you have not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button down there below. And if it's red, you have not subscribed yet, hit that button. It doesn't cost you anything. And then you can hit the bell to get notifications of future mixtapes or videos I put out. So if you haven't seen the intro video, what I'm going to do is occasionally I'm going to either take requests from comments, or I'm going to just provide my own type of mixtapes for different settings or moods or that type of thing. This first mixtape is I'm going to dedicate to my man at the Rap Sheet. If you have not seen the Rap Sheet or have not subscribed to his channel, he reviews current rap songs. He goes in depth into lyrics, and he really has taught me a lot about the modern rap stuff because I didn't know a whole lot about the new stuff. And he's keeping me up to date and telling me what's good and what's bad. And he's got a great production, so check out the Rap Sheet. This mixtape, in his comments, he said that he didn't know much about Pink Floyd and he wanted to learn a little bit more. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to build a little 10-song mixtape for him to check out. I'm going to put the links to these songs. Unfortunately, I can't play them because copyrights, publishing, that kind of thing, they get you all in trouble. So I'm going to put the links to the songs, individual songs, up here as I talk about them. And I've also created this same playlist on Spotify, so I'll provide the link to the Spotify playlist down in the description of the channel. So without further ado, let's get started with Pink Floyd's Mixtape. Okay, so just a brief history of Pink Floyd. They started in the mid-late 60s by Syd Barrett, who was a guitar player and lead vocalist, Roger Waters on bass. They consisted of Rick Wright on keyboards and Nick Mason on drums. David Gilmour came along as Syd Barrett unfortunately had a big history of drug use and mental health issues. And so he only did one album with Pink Floyd, but he influenced the rest of their career and their songwriting. So Syd Barrett's first album was called Piper at the Gates of Dawn. And I'm not going to include any of that in your playlist because it's a little bit psychedelic. The early stuff is very experimental, psychedelic. It may be kind of tough to swallow if you're just getting into Pink Floyd. So what I'm going to provide with this particular playlist is I'm going to provide more of the more recognizable Pink Floyd songs and some that you may not have heard, but they kind of go down easier than some of the early experimental stuff, which you can venture into later if you find that you like this. So we're going to start off with the first song. Now please protect your ears at the beginning of this because there are alarms and chimes and bells that go off on this, and if you're not expecting it, it can really take you by surprise. I recommend, especially listening to Pink Floyd, put on headphones, because there's a lot that goes back and forth. There's a lot you won't hear unless you do have headphones on. So be careful of the beginning of this, but then enjoy Time by Pink Floyd. And Time is from the Dark Side of the Moon album. One of my favorite lines in this is, "And then one day you'll find 10 years have gone behind you. No one told you when to run. You've missed the starting gun." God, I feel like that a lot. I feel like I'm always waking up in the day starting from behind. So I relate to this song a whole lot. So Time is the first song in our mixtape. We are now going to move into song number 2, which is Welcome to the Machine. This is from the Wish You Were Here album in 1975. It's basically talking about the record business and how corrupt it is, and how they tell you what they want you to do and you don't have a whole lot of freedom. You'll hear a lot of synthesizer and stuff on this. There's a lot of experimentation still in Pink Floyd stuff. So that's song number 2 on our playlist. Welcome to the Machine. Song number 3 on our playlist is going to be Wish You Were Here from the same album. Very melancholy type song. Starts off real slow, but some nice little lead guitar. This is one of the songs that headphones are going to make a great deal of difference, because you'll hear the lead coming in one side, the rhythm and all in the other side, and it's a really good song. If you listen to classic rock radio, you'll hear this one a lot. One of my favorite lines in this is in the chorus: "We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year, running over the same old ground. What have we found? The same old fears." There's a lot of good lyrical content in Pink Floyd stuff. So that is Wish You Were Here from the Wish You Were Here album in 1975. Song number 4 is another song you'll hear a lot on classic rock radio if you listen to it. They play it a good bit. It's from The Wall, released in 1979, and it is called Comfortably Numb. The Wall was a concept album. Everything flowed into everything else, and there was very little gaps between songs. Comfortably Numb was just about escaping the torture of everyday life by, drug use, and talks about how, everything starts to recede as he feels better, just a little pinprick, and trying to get the fictional Pink in the album, the rock star, ready for the show he's going to do. So that is Comfortably Numb from The Wall. Number 5, the 5th song halfway through our mixtape, is from Dark Side of the Moon, a classic concept album from Pink Floyd, and it is called Money. And as you will probably tell from the lyrics and the title, it's just about greed. Okay, going into song number 6 from our Pink Floyd mixtape. We're going from Money from the Dark Side of the Moon straight into another song from Dark Side of the Moon, Us and Them. Another great lyrical song, great vocals in the background. Female vocalist back there, and another one that you need to listen to on headphones. It's a great tune. Again, the isolation and alienation theme going on there. Number 7 on our mixtape, we are going to show you about how great David Gilmour is as a guitarist, and about how great their instrumentals can be. I picked this one just because it's one of my favorite instrumentals by Pink Floyd. It is from The Division Bell, and it is called Marooned. The Division Bell was released in 1994 after bassist Roger Waters had already left the group. He left on contentious circumstances after the Final Cut album in 1982. But it's just a beautiful instrumental. David Gilmour shines as a guitarist all the time, and this just kind of gives you an idea of how nice their instrumental stuff can be. We're going in then to another song made without Roger Waters on bass. This is from an album from 1987 called A Momentary Lapse of Reason. This is called Learning to Fly. Features David Gilmour on vocal and guitar, and just a really great tune. It's played on the radio a lot back in the late 80s. You'll probably still hear it on classic rock radio. Learning to Fly from A Momentary Lapse of Reason. And that's going to take us to song number 9 on our mixtape of Pink Floyd. And we're going to go back to the Dark Side of the Moon for a song called Brain Damage. This is a disturbing little song. It's lyrically very poignant but very sad. Brain damage, mental health, the lunatic is in my head. It's something, again, you have to listen to with headphones on to get the full effect. And then to close out our Pink Floyd mixtape, we are going to go with a song, another song from Wish You Were Here in 1975, and it is Shine On You Crazy Diamond. And Shine On You Crazy Diamond was written about and for Syd Barrett, who unfortunately lost a lot of his mental faculties from drug use and just general mental illness by this time. He was actually, it is said that he showed up at the recording studio while they were recording this, and they almost didn't even recognize him. But it's a great song, beautiful song, and a nice way to close out the mixtape. Pink Floyd, in case you didn't know, is not the name of any member of the band. The name was chosen from two different people, two bluesmen back in the 60s, Floyd Council and Pink Anderson. So they just took the two first names of the two bluesmen and put them together and became Pink Floyd. So anyway, that one is our first mixtape. Like I said, the link to the Spotify playlist for this is going to be below in the description. And I will, as I said, I have put the links to the YouTube versions of the song up there as I was talking about each song. You can click on that and you can go to the YouTube video of it if it's still up. So I hope everybody enjoyed this. This is for, again, my man at the rap sheet. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. You guys check out his channel. Meantime, if you haven't subscribed to mine, come on down and hit the subscribe button there. Hit the bell. Get notifications of videos. Comment in the comments down there, and maybe I'll make a mixtape for you. I'll see you next time.